Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Red Plays Pokemon Sun. Now in the last episode we started our debut Battle Royale. We handled that easily, impressively I might say. With just one single move from Bugs, we dominated the entire proceedings. With a commanding performance of a sparkling aria. And, well, totally killed. Made a house kitten fate. Quite satisfying, I might say. And I would have included a highlight reel in the manner of like a boxing match, except it was only one move and there's nothing much to highlight besides that move, so oh well. So in this episode we are going to continue on our journey because we were invited by the Captain Kiawe of the next trial to come find him because we were on fire. Yes, I'm not sure if he wants more fire coming his way because like I pointed out in the last episode he looked quite burnt. Looks like he's gone through a lot of, sun tanning, but he has that cool hair with that red streak. Let's see what's this. Welcome to the Thrifty Mega Mart, where the sales are explosive. Here I have a special discount coupon. It can only be used at our store. Okay, so we're at some Thrifty Mega Mart thing, which I think is the Pokemon equivalent of such places as Walmart, Costco. I mean, we do have discount stores in Singapore as well. Like, I mean, they don't have like names like Walmart and all that. Ours is like Giant, and things are cheaper there, but they don't really, or at least it's not apparent in the advertising that they are. Or at least they don't push the we sell things at the cheapest prices angle that much in our country, but they are. Everybody knows they are like sort of a discount store, and you go there if you want to get things at much more affordable rates than other upmarket supermarkets. There is something written on just a poor Hypno. This Hypno doesn't make any noise. That's odd. Okay, so here's a tip. Anytime somebody asks you for a donation, just give him the maximum amount because you often get something good out of it. And look at what I just said. See, we got a TM for like $1,000, which is good. I mean, not like we need that rest very badly, but a TM44 for just $1,000 is a good deal to me any day. Wow, they actually have like actual products in their shelves. This is interesting. Okay, let me look around and talk to the people around here. Do you guys have anything to give me? Oh, I don't know about you, but I love going to like supermarkets, just to look at them and see all the varieties, or rather I should say brands, different brands of the same product that you can see in supermarkets, especially the huge ones. They can stock anywhere from like 5 to maybe 20 brands of the same thing. And you're left, at least I am left speechless as to like, wow, why are there so many types of like say yogurt, or so many types of like cereal. Cereal is I think number one offender. You can go to the cereal section of the supermarket and be wowed by it, like whoa. Every single kind, like granola, oats, corn cereal, or your children's cereal, like fruity pebbles, all that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting. And sometimes when when I go overseas, the first thing I would like to do is to go see the supermarkets and see, what kind of different versions of the same type of product that they have in those countries, and it's really interesting. Well, I might be just a supermarket nerd, but I don't know. Maybe you should try it for yourself, and you might see what I mean. But it speaks to, for at least for us, for those of us who live in countries that are equipped with such luxuries as a supermarket that are so well stocked. It really is a luxury for us. And I lost my train of thought. Well, it happens. I was trying to think how many timer balls I want. while trying to juggle that train of thought, and it just got lost. I'm sorry, I was... I think I was going to get quite preachy anyway, so it's a good thing, I suppose, forgetting that. Okay, so I got myself 100 timer balls. I think that's overkill, but since they're cheap and half off, I don't really mind. Oh, look at that. If you can become the strongest trainer. So we can't buy from this guy until we become the strongest trainer? Okay, so I mean... we can't buy from you until we complete the game, I think. Is that what you mean? Oh well. We did get ourselves a good deal on a souvenir. I don't know what that's for, but I thought I should... I thought I should buy one, so I got one at 1,500 and I got like 50 timer balls, which will surely come in handy during my capturing sprees. I mean, think about it. If you're going to be doing the SOS chain, right? And like my friend does like SOS chains of like up to 50. So by that time, your timer ball will be like so effective. So I think it's actually a good thing to have a lot of timer balls in this game, because the entire structure of capturing superior specimens in this game is based on how many turns you go, and the more turns you go, the better a timer ball works. So there really is no reason for you not to get it. I think it actually works better than Ultra Balls in that respect. Okay, so there's a body of water we can cross. We're going to try it. And of course, running to a swimmer. Our very first swimmer in this entire playthrough. Swimmer Dakota, okay. It's Surskit. Right, we're just going to crush it with our flying type hidden power. Which is excellent. Okay, what's next? A dew pider. Okay, I'm just gonna stick the box over here and lay the smack down, as it were. Oh, speaking of like wrestling and all that, just a tidbit for those of you who don't already know, that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was recently nominated or voted the sexiest man alive. You know, I'm actually surprised it took so long for him to win that award. I always thought, you know, he had a certain macho appeal that maybe people thought, or rather ladies thought, that he was too buff to be sexy. But I think in recent years his image has changed a lot. So maybe that has something to do with it, where he's more like Hollywood star than he is a wrestler. But anybody near my age, I'm about 28, 27, you know, would know how much of a good time they had watching him as a pro wrestler before WWE was WWE. You know, they were previously WWF, and then the World Wildlife Fund sued them, you know, to be the sole user of the acronym WWF, and then they seized the opportunity to change their programming content to be aimed towards, you know, PG-13 instead of more mature audiences in the past, which I thought was a pity, because I don't know, just something about the crude content in the Attitude Era that made it work. You know, people really went over the top to really entertain you. I mean, I remember that feud that The Rock had with Stone Cold, and the feud, of course, that Stone Cold had with nearly everybody else in the company. It was so entertaining, and I think part of why it was so entertaining, because they really let their emotions go. Like if somebody was up in your face, you swear right in front of him, you stick the middle finger to him. And in that sense, I think it was more authentic. I mean, if you want to get into a fight with somebody, or an argument, or a straight up quarrel, which they often were, would you really take the time to watch your language around that person? I mean, do you even want to watch your language around that person in the first place? I mean, I would imagine you want to not watch your language in any way, and throw out as many swear words, as many curses, as many insults as you can. I mean, that is the natural response, isn't it? But now you watch WWE and it's so sanitized compared to how it was before, that it kind of is a little disappointing, and I'm sure, you know, I'm not the only one who feels that way. But, I mean, I do understand why they want to target a younger audience so as to expand their viewership and all that. So, and it's also better, you know, I mean, in the sense that younger audiences can gain access to those content much more easily. But who am I kidding? I mean, we're in the age of YouTube, we're in the age of the internet, we're in the age of so many video uploading sites that I think if a young person who is deemed unsuitable to watch like adult content wants to see it, that person can easily find it anywhere. Wink wink. But, oh well, there is a certain need for us to maintain standards in the public sphere, I suppose. But, oh well, hypocrisy. This is taking very long. Freaking MacBees, wasting my time. I mean, I'll do the SOS thing on my own time. Can you just let me capture you? Bloody hell, you're only level 80 and you're breaking out of Great Balls? With like a sliver of HP left? That is not cool. Ah, again. It's getting annoying. Sorry, I'll try to get this. Ooh. I take that back. For once, somebody using an SOS resulted in a pleasant result. And we have a magma right in front of us. Not that I think it would take a lot of work to evolve a MacB, but I don't intend on using one, so this allows me to fill up another spot in my Pokédex without having to work for it, so yay! Excellent stuff. Okay. Let's get to it, let's get to it. Throw the Great Ball! Oh, I guess, as I'm recording this, another piece of entertainment news, I suppose. Perhaps a rather sad one. Carrie Fisher just passed away on the 27th. I believe. Yeah, let me check the date. Yes, on the 27th. She had suffered a heart attack in the previous week. You know, on a plane, and that's the unfortunate thing. She suffered a heart attack on a plane. According to news reports, it was 15 minutes before the plane was to land. She suffered a heart attack, and while the crew actually managed to get an EMT to attend to her on the plane, you can imagine how much of a delay there was. I mean, first, the plane was 15 minutes from landing, and then of course the plane had to, you know, take time. I mean, I don't think you can't land a plane immediately, right? So there's another, maybe say at least a 5 minutes delay. I'm assuming they phoned the ambulance beforehand, so the ambulance would have been at the airport waiting to receive Carrie Fisher. And even then, you know, it's still, I don't know, a 5-10 minute drive to the nearest hospital. So in all, you're looking at like a 13-minute delay before Carrie Fisher was sent to a hospital and attended to by medical professionals with appropriate equipment. I don't think that did any favors for her chances. And then later on, she was in critical condition in the ICU and all that. And I thought, like, I mean, of course, I really wanted her to get better. I mean, even though I'm not a Star Wars fan, I kind of appreciated, you know, her performances in those movies. And I thought, like, it was actually a nice touch in episode 7 to have her reprise her role as Princess Leia, you know, to see the passage of time, to make it all real for us. And yeah, it's kind of, I mean, I'm not like devastated by it, but I still feel like a certain sense of grief, you know, that somebody I kind of knew through the silver screen is no more. And I would say at 60 she was not that old. I mean, people can live up to like 75, 77. In fact, I think 77 is the average for women. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate and tragic. And you know, my condolences to her family and her friends, and to her fans worldwide. Then again, you know, this leads to another topic where, you know, the recent movie, the Rogue One movie, had Princess Leia as she was young. Near the end of it, spoilers, sorry, and her face was CGI'd. So, I mean, if we really require her to appear in the movies, I think Disney might be able to pull something off of the sort, you know, where it's a CGI presence of Carrie Fisher, not her real cousin. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be the same. I don't think it would be the same. You know, she has her own personality and all that, and part of herself flows into the Princess Leia character. And it would take another actor who's actually very good to be able to replicate that. But anyway, back to the game. We have successfully captured a Magma and a Magby. Thank you, you troublesome thing, for wasting so much of my time and my great balls. But it's time for us to continue our journey on this mountain. And of course, fight trainers along the way. Okay, a milk. Let's just body slam it. And also, as I'm recording this, it is awfully close to the new year. And I'm sure by the time I upload this, it would be, you know, a few days into 2017. And the inauguration of Donald Trump is very much at hand. But I'm not going to talk about him for now. I'm going to ask about an age-old tradition. Have any of you guys made any New Year resolutions, and what are they? And what are you going to do to ensure it comes to fruition? I, for my part, don't really make resolutions because I nearly always, or rather I nearly never see them to fruition, except in 1 or 2 years where, you know, just to please myself, I set a rather easy target. Well, you know, it's a feel-good effect and all that, but still, afterwards I stopped doing it. And there is a book, I forgot which one, that I read that said, you know, actually setting New Year resolutions is a way of not getting that thing that you resolve to do to get done. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense because... Okay, I don't remember how it makes sense, but there is a theory behind it. I think it's because, like, you might set too big of a goal for yourself most of the time for resolutions. Like, for example, I want to lose weight, or you know, I want to brush up this skill, or I want to learn a language, or I don't know, get married, or find a boyfriend, find a girlfriend. I have no idea, but in any case, people tend to set for themselves goals that might take a long time to achieve, and therefore, you know, not be done within a single year. And as they see themselves not living up to their New Year resolution, they kind of get, I don't know, disappointed, and then they give up or something like that. And therefore, it never gets done. I don't know if that's how it is with you, but it seems to be the case with a significant number of people that, you know, a book was actually written about it, you know. And for my part, I think it seems to describe me rather well. So I've stopped making New Year's resolutions for quite some time. But in any case, if you've made one, I highly encourage you to keep to it. I'm sure it's a worthy goal. And if you fail this year, well, I suppose life goes on. Don't worry about it. And be like me. Don't make a resolution, and you won't be disappointed. Okay, I know he's a rock type, but I'm too lazy to switch out. I'll just go on. I'll probably take like 2 hits. Yeah, okay, so 2 hits to kill this guy. So a pebble with a hexagonal eye. Nice designs, Game Freak. Very nice designs. Kinda like Vanillux. A double ice cream cone. You know, a lot of people make fun of the design, and I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm just going to hidden power. Exploit your weakness. Oh, and speaking about Trump, you know, when Trump won the election, I told my friends that it's time for us to play Fallout Real Life. You know, we'll play the Fallout game, except it's in real life. Nuclear winter devastates the Earth, and those of us who are left over have to survive in a nuclear wasteland. And it seems my prediction, well, not entirely accurate, was not entirely off either, because he made a comment in recent days on his Twitter account that America has to beef up their nuclear arsenal. And when faced with questions about sparking off a potential arms race, he said, yeah, it's going to be a race. See, he didn't even deny it. But that the US would, you know, come out on top of any such arms race, I don't think that's a very assuring thought. But anyway, let the trials start. Might continue this discussion in a bit. Your task will be to find the difference between 2 dances. Okay. Okay, so this is the Alolan Marowak I talked about earlier. Watch carefully and memorize this dance. Okay, I'm not sure I'm supposed to memorize because they were spinning the sticks. Okay, something looks different, but I'm not entirely... Okay, I didn't really... okay, just show me again. Sorry, I didn't pay attention. Kind of hard to multitask. I'm sorry, I'm trying to speak to you guys, trying to play the game at the same time, so my focus is a bit off. Okay, so I see a difference now. So the middle guy is different. Point that out. Middle guy is different. To add to the spectacle. Camera. Okay, I don't remember what type this one is. Too lazy to check it right now, so I'm just going to go with it. Let's see what happens. Can we even become a Marowak at level 18? That seems a bit odd. I seem to remember the level requirement being higher than that, but oh well. Okay, so let's just attack it with a body slam. Oh, it doesn't work. So this Marowak is at least a ghost type, which means ethereality is up. I mean, kind of risky because their weaknesses, ghost types are weak against ghost types, so if he uses a ghost move, I'm kind of screwed. But okay, he didn't, so he's screwed. Shadow Ball. It's my first time using it actually. The animation is very much improved from Pokemon Omega Ruby, I would say. Very nice. Marowak was so pleased by the right answer that he simply had to battle you, I'm sure. Onward to the second dance. Okay, well, I'm actually alright with this dance thing because it takes a lot less time than the other trials where you have to walk around, you know, like Lana's trial especially, I think took a lot of time. Alima's one as well. I mean, he made me walk around that cave and there was actually a puzzle and I had to fight Team Skull in the middle of it. Okay. Very obvious what's different over here. So we have a captain who likes to dance at the top of a fiery mountain. Well, I would say for his sake that he stopped that habit because it's not very safe unless the volcano is dormant. But from the smoky magma flows in the background, I don't think that's the case. I might be wrong, but I do think that's the case, so he's putting himself in danger unless he knows when it's going to erupt. Well, whatever, it's his life. My hiker friend was so big. Okay, yeah, right. He's wearing quite a cool amulet though. Okay. Watch carefully, memorize this dance. Okay, go ahead. Okay, well, seems like the hardest one was the first one, but I wasn't paying attention. What if I say the suspicious Pokemon though? I mean, it's new and suspicious. But okay, never mind. Yeah, so I think this is the one that my friend told me about, like a fire poison hybrid. So if I can find this around the area afterwards, in my off time, I'll probably capture it and add it to my team in place of Persian. Should be easy enough now. Should be easy enough. Okay. Pataya berry. Okay, doesn't seem like there's a lot to be worried about. We'll finish off the Salazo and then finish off the Salandit. Okay, so the Salandit is the first form of the Salazzle. In case you didn't know. So if you want the Salazzle, you should capture a Salandit and make it evolve. And do remember that only the female species of, the female member of this species can evolve. Like my friend told me, he said he wasted his time training a male specimen which did not evolve. Only the females evolve. Kind of odd, but okay. I mean, there are such instances of it happening in the wild, at least, where the sexual dimorphism is very pronounced. Like for example, in Black Widow spiders, the male is just like a small little thing, and the female is like this huge black and red angry spider that's poisonous and all that. So yeah, I think kind of ticks after the kind of sexual dimorphism that you can see in nature. With your keen observations, you were able to see. I don't think it takes a very keen observation, but okay, thank you. I want your necklace, if you don't mind. Your amulet. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, his hairstyle is definitely like sort of a rip-off of Vegeta's hairstyle. No, in fact, it looks a bit like Gotenks because being a fusion between Goten and Trunks, the hair had like shades of purple, except Captain Kiawe has like shades of orange. So... way to remind me of my favorite childhood series. And he does have that stern Vegeta look, so good for him. Ooh, he's going to do like a big bang attack or something. Okay, so we just got ourselves a Firium Z. Very nice. For when you meet a Pokemon that you would like to make a companion, take these. 10 quick balls. Yes, I would like to get more quick balls actually. When I see a shop that sells quick balls, I'm gonna stock up. You may now use the right Pokemon Charizard. Charizard will lend you his strength, and you will be able to go anywhere you have been in an instant. Nice. So basically we have obtained the equivalent of fly in the previous games already, so we can fly anywhere we like. I think that probably means we can fly back to our town if we like to. Okay, nice, nice. Very nice. the feelings of the Alolan people and our Pokemon, the true power, the true nature, of Z-Power? The answers lie in our dance, I'm sure. Anyway, I think it's time for us to call it an episode, a successful one at that. Remember to subscribe to see more new videos out every 2 to 3 days. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good one. I'll see you in the next Red Plays Pokemon Sun.